It is really exciting to reach 100. It's such a massive milestone. To have 100 properties under our banner that we offer to people is amazing. So yeah, we're kind of a tenth of the way there with 15 years to go, I guess. It'd be really nice to see the extra zero added onto those balloons.
Yeah. The very first property we handed over was a 2-bed masonette, lovely area in Coventry. I've got a little purple Corsa that we used to call Foggy. It was foggy because the reg was fog. Yeah. And I remember the night of the handover, I was there until 1 o'clock in the morning cleaning. It was just really vivid in my memory because I took a screenshot of the little display on the Corsa because it was the 21st of February and it was -7. Okay. And it was so cold, and I remember messaging Dean a picture of me in my marigolds with a thumbs up, and that one's really stuck in my memory.
What are my earliest memories of them? Viewing them and thinking that they were good flats, firstly, and thinking actually if every property we get is like this, so in an area like that, to a space and size like that, then actually this is going to work really well. I knew the requirement was for temporary accommodation. We knew that essentially we were building a service that was taking families out of hotels. So I remember walking around thinking, if we can actually build this and deliver this kind of size and space of property, if it's almost this easy to find 2 flats that we can put in, how has this not been done before? And that we're probably onto something here that's going to make a real difference.
Yeah, we had another one in Coventry it was like there was 10 dogs living there. So it needed a full renovation, all the carpets needed to come out, new kitchen, it was in a bit of a state. We've recently done one again that we bought at auction that I think at the time, and it might still be, it was the cheapest house or the cheapest property purchased in Coventry at the time. When we got told, went to do a viewing, there was damp everywhere, the gardens were a mess, it needed again a full renovation. And then on Friday, we checked a family in there. So that was really nice to see that transformation, and I think from what Oliver was saying that the new client had give it a 10 out of 10.
Every property goes through a transformation. Even if a house looks, really ready to go, there's always our small bits that we have to do because we have to make sure that the properties are safe and they're compliant. So I would say for all of them, I've seen transformations which help families to live in safe conditions.
And then the best one, probably one of the ones that really sticks out, was we turned the property around within 3 days. It needed not a bad amount of work, it was quite a lot of work. We got the keys on a Tuesday, we handed it over on the Friday. So that was probably one of the quickest turnarounds, which was really good. And it had orange paint. Had orange in one room, purple in another, in the bedrooms. So yeah, that was pretty memorable.
Another one, I can't give you the address, it's so hard not to say the number, but another that turned into a relationship with a chap who's a developer in Coventry, which turned into a relationship with a very, very high net worth philanthropist. And so all those little sliding doors moments are the bits that get me. How we've gone and purchased the property, and that's turned into a conversation, which has turned into a conversation, which has taken us to Nuneaton, taken us to Birmingham, taken us into developments in Tamworth, just through the process of being busy, building a relationship with somebody from nothing, planting that seed and turning it into something that helps people. That's a better transformation.
I think the biggest challenge throughout the whole journey has been seeing sometimes when the properties aren't as well looked after as they could be. You can never know what complex situations people are in, but when you've sort of poured out your heart and soul into getting a property, and we always take pride in what we hand over because we want to make sure that the highest possible standard for people. The benchmark I always use is, would I be happy to live there? And I'm really proud to say that everything that we've handed over, I'd be more than happy to live in and call my home. But what I'm really glad about on the flip side of that is it's very few and far between. So the majority of people, that sort of come into our properties really respect it, really look after it, and they take pride in where they live. It's a challenge, but I think it's only a small part of what we do, so.
I should say it's really momentous, shouldn't I? It is awesome. I need another 0 on there, that's basically all I care about. It's 1,000 for me, and that's the goal, and that's the target, and when we're there, I'll probably give myself a pat on the back. I get back in the office and I need 101, 102, 103, that's how it is.
It's really emotionally touching to know that there's, this business really focuses on providing homes for people. I'm sure when the very first property was handed over, it was, you know, an achievement. But to reach 100 is a massive thing, because so many things would have taken place from 1 to 100. There would have been so many challenges.
What's a bigger number, and a more interesting number for me, is the people that have come through. The houses are houses. They'll be here when we buy them, they'll be here when we go on, someone else will take them on, and that's fine. And it's just a number to give you a target to go for, but really it's how many people, how many lives, and then what have we done to those people's lives, the kids that have come through, that have had 6 months to 12 months in a stable home, in a stable situation. If they go on to kind of be better adults and be better people, that is a win. The change you're making, really hard to see that, and I'm hoping we'll get to see more of that, but it would be nice to think that young adults will grow up 17, 18, 19, and part of their story will be, yeah, once we went through a bad time where we were homeless, we had a really fantastic landlord that kind of gave us somewhere to live. That is what I'll remember, not how many houses we do, to be honest.